Is spring 2026 a buyer's or seller's market? Buyers think this is finally their moment. Sellers think the market is still on their side, and honestly, they're both right, depending on which home we're talking about. I'm going to walk you through what's actually happening in Ashburn right now, including Broadlands, Brambleton, and across both 20147 and 20148 zip codes, because the data tells a really interesting story. And once you see it, you'll have a much clearer picture of where you stand heading into this spring market. Let's start with something that might surprise you. In March 2026, 115 homes closed in the Ashburn area. That's actually up 16% compared to March of last year when 99 homes closed. So despite everything you might be hearing about the market slowing down, buyers in Ashburn are out there and they are buying. Now, here's where it gets interesting. When you look at the average sold price, it dropped a little from about $851,000 last March down to $824,000 this March. But that number is a little misleading. What actually happened is that the mix of what sold changed. More townhomes and condos closed this March compared to last year, and fewer single-family detached homes. So the average got pulled down by the mix of property types. In fact, for detached single-family homes in Ashburn, the average sold price went from $1.1 million last March to $1.2 million this March. That's awesome. Here's the most important thing I want you to understand about what's happening right now in Ashburn. And honestly, this is the thing that most people miss. This is a two-speed market. In March 2025, 61% of homes sold in 7 days or less. In March 2026, also 61%. That hasn't changed. The fast lane is just as fast as it was a year ago. The slow lane has gotten a lot slower. Last March, only 8% of homes took more than 30 days to sell. This March, that number jumped to 19%. So the homes that aren't positioned well are really sitting. What that tells us is that Ashburn hasn't become a slow market, it's become a selective market. Buyers know what they want, and when the right home shows up at the right price, they move. When it doesn't, they wait. And that brings me to the listing price question, because this is where sellers really need to pay attention. In March 2025, 47% of homes in Ashburn sold above the asking price. This March, that dropped to 35%, and the average sale to list ratio shifted from 100.8% last year down to 99% this year, which means on average, homes are now selling just slightly below their original list price. Now, before sellers panic, that overall average is being pulled down by the homes that sat for a while before selling. A lot of those listings were either priced too aggressively or weren't in great condition. For single-family detached homes specifically, the average sale to list ratio is still 101.3%. Those sellers are still getting above asking. It's really in the townhomes and condo segments where the ratio softened. So what does that mean practically? It means if you're a seller, the price you set on day one matters more than it ever has. Homes that come in correctly priced are still winning. Homes that come in high and sit are the ones dragging the averages down. Remember how I said buyers and sellers are both right. Here's where that plays out. If you're thinking about buying in Ashburn, you have more choices and more time than you did a year ago. The inventory is there. Some sellers are more negotiable than they were, but the homes that are priced right and show well, those are still going fast. So be ready to move when the right one comes up. If you're thinking about selling, the opportunity is absolutely still there. Detached homes are selling on average above asking price. Sales volume is up, but coming to market at the right price isn't optional right now. It's everything. The homes that are winning are the ones that are priced accurately, show beautifully, and have a strong marketing strategy behind them from day one. This is a market that rewards preparation, and that goes for buyers and sellers alike. If you want to talk through what any of this means for your specific situation, whether you're thinking about making a move this spring or just trying to understand where things are headed, we are always happy to have that conversation.